Om Shanti. 10th of July 2023. Morning Murli, Bap Dada Madhuban. Essence. Sweet children, become right hands of the Father. Be interested in doing service and pay full attention to Srimad. Sweet children, become right hands of the Father. Be interested in doing service and pay full attention to Srimad. If anything about service appears in the newspapers, read that and become engaged in doing service. Question. When will you children be able to glorify the Father's name? When will you children be able to glorify the Father's name? Answer. When your behavior becomes very royal and mature, when your behavior becomes very royal and mature, the behavior of you children should be like that of a peahen. Jewels, not stones, should always emerge from your lips. Those who let stones emerge defame the name and their status is then destroyed. After belonging to the Father, pay full attention to not committing any sins. So, leave your throne of the sky and come down to earth. Om Shanti. You children heard the song. You remember, O Supreme Father, Supreme Soul, change your incorporeal form and come into a corporeal form. What form would he change into? It wouldn't be said, come into the form of a fish or crocodile. No, this is a world of sinful souls. People call out to him to come and purify them. If he is omnipresent, then whom are they calling out to? This song is also played on the radio, but no one understands the meaning of it. You daughters don't read the newspapers, etc. Although you are educated, you are not interested in reading newspapers. Then there are the brothers. Among them too, some are interested in doing service, and so they think about how to find ways of serving through the newspapers. There are many who are the decoration of the Brahmin clan. However, in that too, only a handful out of multi-millions emerge who would see something in the newspapers and thereby instantly become engaged in doing service. Baba has made the mother's right hands. Hardly any brothers are ready to be that. Some rare ones pay attention to Srimad accurately. There is this one point of being degraded and elevated. Degraded ones call out, "Oh God, come and make us elevated." All are definitely degraded. It is said, as are the king and queen, so the subjects. King and queen means the government of subjects means the people. It has been explained to you children that when Bharat was elevated, it was heaven. If there were degraded beings in heaven too, how could that be called heaven? It would definitely be the Father that everyone remembers who establishes heaven. Only those who are degraded call out. Those who are elevated never call out. Bharat was very elevated. It was heaven and it is now hell. So there would definitely be degraded beings in hell. Show us proof of elevated beings. You can show their picture truly in the golden age, as are the king and queen, so the subjects. Look how elevated that Lakshmi and Narayan were. The very name is heaven. In the Copper Age, they built temples to such elevated kings and queens and worshipped them. So, surely they themselves must have been degraded. They say of themselves that they are degraded, lustful, angry, and sinful, whereas to the deities they say, "You are full of all virtues." In Bharat, those who are degraded sing praise of those who are elevated. Degraded kings build temples to the elevated deities. They continue to sing praise of them, bow down to their idols, salute them, and worship them. Baba has explained that the soul who come down from up above to establish a religion would definitely be Sadhu Pradhan and elevated. Although it is the kingdom of Maya, those who come here for the first time are definitely Sadhu Pradhan, and this is why they are praised. They then go through the stages of Sato, Rajo, and Tamo. The deities were elevated. Everyone also has to go through the stages of Sato, Rajo, and Tamo. They have to become degraded. It was printed in the newspapers that there are many organizations which are trying to put an end to corruption. People have been building temples to the elevated deities and worshipping them. They themselves were worthy of worship and elevated, and then they themselves became degraded worshippers. They then begin to sit and worship the worthy of worship deity idols. You can now write that the king and queen and the subjects of the golden age were elevated and that it was a viceless world. Later, the degrees continued to decrease. Bharat has to come down. This play is based on Bharat. For half a cycle, Bharat was elevated. It doesn't stay like that constantly. From 16 degrees, it has to come down to 14 degrees. Gradually, the decrease. From 16 degrees, it has to come down to 14 degrees. And people become tamo pradhan. The father says, when there is extreme degradation, I come. Impure ones are called degraded and pure ones are called elevated. This is something that has to be understood very clearly. It is said Srimad Bhagavat. What does Srimad do? It makes you into elevated kings of kings. It is said, conquer this Maya and you will become princes and princesses. Just look how 3000 years before Christ, Bharat was 16 celestial degrees elevated. Bharat was the golden sparrow. The king, queen, and subjects were ever happy in heaven. Then, when the kingdom of Ravan began, they started to become degraded. They themselves say that their officers are corrupt. There are no kings and queens who would say that there is corruption among the people. Here, it is the rule of pupil over pupil. All are corrupt. First of all, the government has to become elevated. Who would make it that your poor daughters are becoming number one elevated ones? The father says, I come and make everyone elevated. According to the drama, the whole play is predestined. The same Gita and pictures, etc., will emerge again. In Bengal, they have a temple to Kali. They sacrifice their lives calling out to Kali Ma. Where did goddesses such as Kali Ma and Chandika, brackets, cremator goddess, etc., come from? Look at their names. Those who left Baba would become cremators for the subjects. However, those who stay here and perform sinful actions would become cremators for the royal family. At the end, they receive a crown and a royal costume because they are adopted by the father. This is why goddess Chandika is also worshipped. Knowledge is very deep, but someone should at least imbibe it. For instance, some baristas earn 100,000, whereas others have to wear a torn coat. This study is unlimited. Whatever the Father has explained to you in detail, condense into condense it into a 5-minute talk and have it printed in the newspapers. You should also ask them who established the Hindu religion. They won't be able to tell you. They don't know anything. The behavior of your Shaktis has to be very royal and mature, like that of a peahen, like jewels, not stones. Continue to emerge from your lips. Those people throw stones. You must never throw stones. Don't defame the name Acha. To the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Bap Dada. Spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children. Spiritual children says Namaste to the spiritual father. Night class 1. Here there are good and bad human beings. Such words will not emerge in the golden age. The words bad or sinful souls will not emerge there. That is a wiseless world. You children know that you were the masters of the world. Bharat, which was the land of kings, the deities, has now become old. People don't know that this is the confluence age. The anchor here has now been raised. We are now going across from this world. There is the boatman who is talking our boat, who is taking our boat across. It is in the intellects of you children that you have stumbled around a great deal. Devotees don't know that. They are stumbling around. They go so far away. You children simply have to remember the Father. It isn't that you become tired or remembering Baba. However, Maya does create obstacles. Souls are lovers of the Supreme Soul. No one knows that the Supreme Soul is the beloved. Among you children, too, some are deeply in love and they remember the beloved. You have to make effort to stay constantly in remembrance. The word Simaran, remembrance, belongs to the path of devotion. We are simply remembering Baba. The word for the family path is Yad, remembrance. It is a very sweet word. Some say that they forget. Oh, really? How can a child say that he forgets his father? Remembrance is very good. You should talk to yourselves. You are sitting personally in front of the mother and father. You should also be happy. You used to sing to him. You are the mother and father. We are truly claiming our inheritance. Only in remembrance is their effort. You earn a lot of income. You have a huge attainment. You simply have to remain silent and remember Baba. Acha, second, no one apart from you, Brahmin children, knows when it is the confluence age. There is a lot of praise of the confluence age of this cycle. The Father comes and teaches you Raj Yoga. There would definitely be the confluence age that comes before the golden age. They too are human beings, and in that too, some are law bearers, others are elevated. People sing praise in front of them, brackets, deity idols. You are most elevated, and we are degraded. They themselves say of themselves, I am like this and this. Now, apart from you Brahmins, no one knows about this most auspicious confluence age. How can you advertise it so that people come to know about it? God Himself comes at the confluence age and teaches you Raj Yoga. You know that you are studying Raj Yoga. What method should we create so that people come to know about it? However, it will happen slowly. There is still time. A lot of time has gone by and only a little remains. We say that people should make effort quickly. Otherwise, knowledge is received in a second and you can receive liberation in life in a second at the same time. However, the sins of half a cycle that are on your heads will not be cut away in a second. That takes time. People think there is still time. So why should we go to the Brahmin? Sorry, there is still time. So why should we go to the Brahma Kumaris? If it is not in their fortune, they take the wrong meaning from your literature. You understand that this is the age to become the most elevated human beings. It is praised as being like a diamond, and then its value is reduced from the golden age to the silver age. This confluence age is the diamond age. Satyug is the golden age. You know that this confluence age is even better than heaven because your birth is like a diamond at this time. There is praise of the land of immortality and then it continues to decrease. So you can write that the most auspicious confluence age is the diamond age. Satyuk is the golden age and Treta Yug is the silver age. You can explain that it is only at the confluence age that we change from human beings into deities. When they make a ring of the 8 jewels, they set a diamond in the center. The show is of the confluence. The confluence age is like a diamond. The value of the confluence age is like that of a diamond. They teach yoga, etc., and that is called spiritual yoga. However, only the father is spiritual. It is only at the confluence age that you meet spiritual father and receive spiritual knowledge. How can people who have arrogance of bodies accept everything so quickly? These things are explained to the poor. So you should also write the confluence age is like a diamond and its duration is this long. Satyug is the golden age and its duration is this long. They draw a swastika on the scriptures. So if you children remember this much, you would experience so much happiness. Students experience a lot of happiness. Student life is the best life. That is a source of income. This is a study place for changing from humans into deities. Deities for the masses of the world, only you know that. So you should experience a lot of happiness. This is why it is remembered as the gopis and gopis of Gopi Vallabh about supersensuous joy. Because the teacher teaches you till the end. You should remember him till the end. God is teaching you and he will then also take you back home with him. People call out, "Oh liberator, guide, liberate us from sorrow." In the golden age, there is no sorrow. People say, there should be peace in the world. Ask them, when was their peace previously? What age was that? No one knows. The kingdom of Rama is the golden age. and the kingdom of Ravan is the Iron Age. You know this. You children should relate this experience. That is all. What else can I tell you about the things in my heart? I found the unlimited Father who gives the unlimited sovereignty. What other experience should I tell you about? There is nothing else at all. There cannot be any happiness other than this. You should never sulk with anyone and then stay at home. That is like sulking with your fortune. What would you learn if you sulk with your study? The Father has to teach you through Brahma. So, never sulk with one another. That is Maya. There are to be obstacles in the sacrificial fire from devils. To the sweetest, beloved, long lost, and now found children, love, remembrance, and good night from the mother, the father, Bapdada, our spiritual father says namaste to the spiritual children. Essence for Dharana 1. Become elevated by following Srimad and do the service of making others elevated. Don't behave in any way which would defame the name of the clan. Let only jewels, not stones, constantly emerge from your lips. Second, while listening to this deep, unlimited study in detail, merge the essence of that in yourself and serve others. Pay full attention to Srimad. Blessing, may you clearly reveal Father Brahma with your actions and your state as a Master Brahma. Baba's explanation. Father Brahma's natural sanskar was you first. In any place, it was always the children first. In every situation, he kept the children ahead of himself. It wasn't just for the sake of saying it, but with the feeling of a well-wisher. Whether that one did something, it is a father's service, and if I do something, it is a father's service. Not that I should move forward, no. Move forward by keeping others in front of you. When everyone has this feeling, you will then be called Master Brahma. No one would then say that they have not seen Father Brahma. Let your actions and your states clearly reveal Father Brahma. Slogan, go into the depths of the ocean with a determined thought of concentration, and you will find diamonds and pearls of experience. Om Shanti.